Hey writers, welcome back to Writers Workshop. Today we're going to do session 11B while we're working on our informational chapter books. And this one is about drafting conclusions. So in 11A, we talked about our introductions. We had the top of our sandwich. We've been working on the meat and the lettuce and the tomato, that delicious interior of our sandwich. And now we're going to put a bottom bun on our sandwich. We need to work on our conclusions. Because think about it, has someone ever been telling you a story or teaching you something, and then they just stop and you don't know what happened in the end? It's like building a beautiful ice cream sundae and then having no spoon, and we don't want to do that to our readers today. So today we're going to work on how we can draft a strong conclusion. So this is what we need to explore today. So yesterday we explored our introductions. Now we want to know, what do our mentor authors do when writing powerful conclusions for informational writing? And then how can we apply those strategies in our conclusions? So your target for today is, I can draft a powerful conclusion for my informational chapter book. I know I'm successful when I pick at least one conclusion strategy, and you're going to have a chart to pick from, and you use that strategy in your draft. So I'm going to read you the last paragraph of Deadliest Animals, and I want you thinking, what does our mentor, Melissa Stewart, do to make her conclusion exciting? From tiny mosquitoes to gigantic elephants, the world's deadliest animals come in all sizes and shapes, and they live in every habitat you can think of. But each of them has a special way of keeping themselves safe in a dangerous world. So, some of the strategies she could have tried was to give a quick summary of the main ideas in the book, put a positive spin on the topic, leave the reader with something unexpected to think about, let the reader know or wonder about what will happen next, let them know why the topic is important, or to try to use a metaphor. So let's go back again. I think she does a really great job of kind of tying it all together and just giving us a nice little summary, quick summary of the main ideas of your book. And she puts a positive spin on it too. But each of them has a special way of keeping themselves safe in a dangerous world. So they're not deadly to be mean or bad animals. It's to keep themselves safe. So she does a nice job of giving us a quick summary and putting a positive spin on the topic. Let's try this one together. Connecticut is a buffet. It has something for everyone. It has a lot of history for history lovers, mountains and coastline for people who love the outdoors, and several colleges for people who want to go to school. Connecticut is a small state, but it has a lot to offer. People who live here should know all about it. So I went over some of my big topics. One of the other strategies I used here, in addition to kind of giving that summary and the big ideas, is using a metaphor. A metaphor is when we compare two things that aren't quite alike, but we compare them to help our reader get a better understanding. So Connecticut is a buffet. How many of you have been out to eat at a buffet before? What is a buffet? Or maybe been at a party that has one. A buffet is usually you walk into a restaurant or a party and there's all sorts of different foods put out. And you can pick a little bit of everything you might like to eat, or maybe you only like one food, but somebody else wants the mac and cheese and you want the mashed potatoes. Connecticut is just like that, but we can't eat Connecticut. It just really means that there's something for everyone. So using a metaphor is a really great strategy to pull your reader back in and keep them connected all the way through your conclusion. So think about how you could try those strategies in your writing as well. So take a minute to look at these, and I want you to pick one of these that you can try. Perhaps you're writing about an unpopular animal. You could try to put a positive spin on it. You could try to leave the reader with something unexpected. Give them a question at the end. Let them know why it's important. Is there a slight persuasive hint to your writing? Are you trying to get people to recycle? What are you working on? All right, writers, you're going to go off and write now. At the end of writing today, though, I want you to think about that piece of the writing rubric. I wrote an ending that drew conclusions, asked questions, or suggested ways readers might respond. Hopefully, we can all get the starting to, and maybe some of us will have the yes. So you're going to go off and write in your yellow notebook. You have a section in here for conclusion. It's just past your introduction. It starts on page 75. Off you go, writers. Well, you're writers and readers. I can't wait to see the wonderful things that you do.